Did you spin that pole there?
Hey gentlemen, nice to be here.
Good. How you doing, officer?
You have to be out in the public right away. This is the Tampa Sports Authority property, and they don't want you out here. Okay, you have to. All protests have to be off the property.
This is actually public property.
No, it's not. It's private. You have to go out to the road. It's not a debate.
Okay.
Okay.
So if we stay here, what are you going to do?
You're going to be arrested.
Okay. So you're going to arrest us if we
for trespassing. Yes.
So you know that if you just threatening to arrest us, you can be sued. You personally.
I don't worry about none of that, sir. I'm just telling you that if you don't leave, we're going to officially trespass you, and then if you don't leave at that point, then you go to jail.
So what have we done so far that means that we can't be here?
You're trespassing right now. They don't want you on the property.
But what have we done? We just came here. We paid for parking.
I'm not going to debate with you.
Listen.
Is that your choice? Do you want to be arrested, yes or no?
For what? What are you arrested for? Coming here? I'm asking you a question.
I'm trying to ask you a question. He paid, if you wouldn't let him finish, but
you just can't do it on private property.
What have we done yet?
They just want you to do what you guys are doing.
But just tell me what we've done that we can't be here. You can't. Why? How could you trespass me when you're not trespassing anybody else? We paid for parking. We came over here to the public.
That's not the discussion.
I mean, if he's going to trespass me, it has to be because it's some sort of
There's no signs and no But you have to understand, on private property, Raymond James doesn't want you here. Like, they can refuse anybody.
We look. This isn't owned by Raymond James.
The property is owned by Raymond James.
No, there's no property. There's no property tax. It says it's owned by the county. It's owned by the county. Okay, well, we got all the documents that say it is.
If you want to show those documents, you can, but I promise you it's private property.
Yeah, really?
No, we didn't know we were breaking the law. We just found it out now. Now, as you can see, many people are breaking the laws and not. According to John chapter 7, so we are to make judgments. Now, we don't judge people.
Hey, the one officer, he said he's going to arrest us if we don't get off here. The other one is saying that it's private property. Who are you saying it's owned by?
Raymond James.
He's saying that Raymond James owns it.
See the gentleman over there? Sir.
Yeah.
The gentleman over there with Raymond James. He's the one that's going to have the final word. It's not up to us. Anybody can be here as long as they pay for admission or pay for parking.
Well, the one police officer, they're waiting around, so I don't know if they're waiting to kick us off.
He's just finding out information right now. As soon as we get all our information together, we'll figure out.
Okay, let me call you back. All right, we'll go over there and preach for now, but somebody's bringing the documentation, and then at that point, then
what documentation you want to show us? I'm not trying to argue with you. I'm just trying to figure out what you're going to show us.
Okay. That this is public property.
Okay. It is not public property. Okay. It is run by the Tampa Sports Authority. Okay, and they enforce the rules of who's on and who's not. Okay. The festival has a contract with them for the entire property for the entire event. Okay. So you're correct in one aspect. It is a public entity, but public entities also have the right to manage their own property. Now, the property, the history on this, the short history is that they're not going to grant you permission if you're protesting. Okay, protests have to be on the public right-of-way or the public protest areas on Tampa Bay Boulevard in the past. So you're not going to be allowed to stand here. And we're not going to wait for any documentation.
I understand that.
We're advising you of what your choices are. The last thing we want to do, and there's no need to be arrested to prove a point, but if you want to prove a point, we can work through that, okay?
What's your badge number, sir?
My name is Tom Berry. I work for the Tampa Police Department. The supervisors are going to be here in a minute, and they're going to talk.
Well, listen, we're going to go out there. So I'm not trying to get arrested.
No, I know, but
I just want to understand. Tampa Bay Sports Authority, that is the that's the government.
It's a governmental agency, but it's public. It's managed by they set their own thing. It's just like you just can't come to the police department. It's private property, okay? It's an operation, okay?
But if we're at it, on what basis? On the basis that we're protesting, there's no free speech on a public property?
We're not saying you don't have free speech. You have to be off their property, okay? That's the management. Here's Sergeant Collier, okay?
Oh,
He'll be glad to
how you
talk
doing,
to
sir?
I know.
I'm Israel. Nice to meet you.
Israel, how you doing? Who's your name? Marvin. Marvin? Correct. Nice to meet you. I'm just kind of getting here. I think all that we were asking that you guys would be kind of do if you just step on out to the roadway there, on the sidewalk, accomplish the same thing, probably even a bit better because you get everybody coming in and out. And if you guys wouldn't mind just stepping out there.
But if we didn't, you would arrest us. Is what you're saying?
We would?
That's what we were told. You're asking us.
No, I'm asking you to step out to the sidewalk.
No, are you asking? I'm sorry, go ahead.
That's all I'm asking you to do.
Would you arrest us if we didn't?
I won't arrest you.
Yeah, but I'm just asking you a question. Would you
But
arrest us?
I don't want to. Why do we want to talk about something we don't want to do? We want to give you guys the opportunity to speak, okay, and voice your opinion, which absolutely you should be able to do. Do we agree on that? And that's what you guys are here to do, voice your opinion, right?
Well, it's not an opinion, but yeah, we're here for speech. I mean, we do have the
Well,
right.
that would be your opinion. Your freedom of speech would be your opinion, right?
I would say it's an opinion.
Okay. So, just for conversation, what you have to say is your opinion. What I have to say would be my opinion. So, freedom of speech, so you can voice what you guys have to say, right? All we're asking that you guys do is, I understand what you're saying as far as property goes, but they do have the right to refuse people onto their property, just like if you're inside a sporting event, which is also run by the Tampa Sports Authority, right? And you're involved in an altercation or something inside or something along those lines, you can be trespassed from the facility and removed.
But we're not breaking any law.
Right. I understand that. It's still the same thing. It's still their property. All they're saying is, if you step on down here to the sidewalk, you guys can do what you guys got to do, and everything will be great. It'll be no problem at all.
Yeah, but what I'm asking though is that are you asking me to compromise, or are you threatening me with arrest?
I'm not threatening you with anything. I'm asking you just to take your operation out onto the sidewalk right out here, and we're not going to intervene with it at all. We're going to let you guys do what you got to do.
Okay, so
that's all. I'm asking you to do that.
So if we did stay here, then
let's not talk about that right now.
We want to stay here. That's why.
Okay. No, it doesn't sound to me like that's going to be one of the options that are going to be available. What I'm asking you is, if you step on out to the sidewalk, okay, then we won't have any issues at all, and we won't need to go any further or talk about any of that other stuff. Okay, it's private property, and if you're not going to, if you guys want to put stuff up and go into the event, I'm sure that you guys are more than welcome to go into the event. Of course, you can't bring poles and stuff like that in, but you understand that. But you're more than welcome to go into the event. You just got to buy a ticket to go in.
Yeah, but if we do stay out here and preach, then we're going to stay out here and preach.
Right. The parking lot's not just open to the public, though. It's open for people that are going into the event. You can't tailgate and hang out in the parking lot.
Nobody here can hang out in the parking lot.
They're all going to be going inside.
They'll be trespassed.
Yeah, eventually. I mean, you can't stay out in the parking lot. Right?
So if somebody's out here by their car hanging out, you're gonna go and trespass them?
Yeah, they can't hang out in the parking lot. We're not going to be trespassed. They either got to go inside or they got to leave.
We've told many people
Okay,
that today.
those are their options. There's no tailgating in the parking lot this evening. It's not like the pre-football game or something like that. They've got to go inside with their ticket, or they got to leave the property. But they can't hang in the parking lot. Mm-hmm. So everybody out here is answering to the same set of rules. Okay. You don't disagree that you should have to be held to the same accountability that the people that are going to the event are held to.
Well,
you could go into the event.
I already think I'm being discriminated against because these people can be loud and do everything we're not here, but as soon as we come over here,
they're going into the event. If you guys would like to go into the event, let's walk on over, buy some tickets. You guys go in the event.
Yeah,
would you like to go into the event?
It shouldn't make a difference. It doesn't make a difference, actually.
Nobody's allowed to be in the parking lot. You understand what I'm saying? There's no hanging out in the parking lot just for the simple purposes to hang out.
But we're doing it for
Israel, that's not what we're talking. Okay, here's what I'm asking you. I'm asking you to step on out there, okay? And that's it. And we're done. We don't want you to stop doing what you're doing. We want you to continue to do. We want you to have your freedom of speech. We want you to voice your opinions.
Yeah.
Okay, as everybody should. That's all we're asking to do.
Okay.
We just can't do it right here.
I do have one question. Are you asking or telling us?
I'm asking you for it at the
Okay.
moment.
Then the
Are you
question-
telling me? Are you going to tell me
No,
that you guys don't want to do that?
I'm
That's
asking
all
for a
asking.
definition, asking or telling.
Right now, I'm asking you to step on out there.
Well, I mean-
okay, and then I told you the reasons. You're not allowed to hang out in the parking lot. If you choose to hang out in the parking lot, just like any of these other folks, they're going to be asked to either go inside the event, which I'm asking you guys can go inside the event, or they're going to be asked to go ahead and leave because they can't hang out in the parking lots. So the same thing. Would you guys like to go inside the event,
not gonna be
or would you like to go out go out onto the roadway? Or I mean, those are the options. Which one would you choose?
Well, I think we're going to stay here and preach, like right here. I mean, I don't.
Right, hang tight just a second, Israel. All right. I hear what you're saying. Let me go check with the Tampa Sports Authority and see what they want to do with that. Okay. If they ask that you guys be trespassed off the property, then you understand. I understand that? Okay, let me go
Well,
check with that.
I don't understand according to.
No, see now he's not defining. He's asking us. He's not telling us.
Yeah.
I just want to know if we're being asked.
Well, they're not telling. They're not saying straight up because they don't want to get sued, or they're trying to be as vague as possible.
$20 parking. Oh, I'm sorry, brother.
I mean, if you guys just tell us you're going to arrest us if we don't get off the property, we'll. But you're giving us vague things.
Listen, I explained to you exactly what would take place. We're asking you to do the right thing and just go out there and do your business. We don't have a problem with you doing what you're doing. The TSA just wants you to do it out there on the sidewalk. That's it. It's not us. It's TSA.
Yeah, but
I'm just telling you that
he's your superior, right?
I'm just telling you that if TSA says they want you to go and you don't go, we're going to be told to arrest you.
Okay.
You understand? So it's not us. It's what TSA wants, and that's what we have to abide by that.
Okay.
You understand? It's like if you called up and said your house was burglarized, and you wanted to make a report, and I tell you no, I'm not taking a report. You understand? I'm bound to do things. I'm bound to take action when it comes to
well,
laws.
if you guys are bound by the law, then the sergeant should be specific and say, look, I'm telling you that if you do not leave the property right now,
trespassed yet.
you are.
You haven't been trespassed yet. You haven't been trespassed yet. But the process is that if you refuse, you're trespassed, like I told you before. If you refuse, we write an official trespass, and then at that point you'll be asked to leave again, and when you don't, and when you refuse at that point, you will be arrested. That's the process.
Okay.
You understand? And we don't, listen, all for it. All for you doing what you want to do out there. You understand? I'm here to guard those. I'm here to guard those freedoms. You understand?
Yeah, but there's certain freedom. There's freedom of speech here too.
But your opinion of what is private and what is public is not right.
Well,
You're
you just
wrong
told
about
me
it.
the Tampa Bay Sports Authority is a government.
It's a private corporation. It's
No,
ran by a
he told me
private
it was
corporation.
public.
Yeah, you're in two different
It may
stories
get
here.
public monies, but it's a corporation. You understand?
He said it was public.
Listen, the whole thing about it is, it really doesn't matter about any of that. If they don't want you to be here, they have the right to trespass you. That's what we have to take action on. And until they say they want you trespassed, we don't care. You
Well,
understand?
that's discrimination then.
What's discrimination?
Just take somebody off the property for exercising their freedom of speech.
It's just like any other business.
Do this on your front porch and you're cool with that?
Well, that's not freedom of speech.
Sure it is.
You just do it on my property?
Sure it is.
It's their
That's-
property.
no,
This is their property.
Public property.
This is not public property. It is not public property. It's owned by a corporation.
Look,
That corporation may have received public funds at one time, but it's still a private corporation.
okay.
You understand?
Well, I think the main thing is if the sergeant comes back here, because to me it seems like things
They
are
make the decision, and then from there, they'll let you know.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
But the
like I said,
process-
we're willing to leave if we're breaking the law.
Yeah, if he says
You are breaking the law. When you're asked to leave and you don't, you're breaking the law.
no, that doesn't mean
When
you're
we're
breaking the
asked,
law.
No, it absolutely does.
I've had cops all the time ask me to do things that doesn't mean I'm breaking the law because I don't.
Listen, the gentleman you were talking to here
Yeah.
before, the mustache, not the cop, the other gentleman.
Yeah.
He is one of the people that runs the TSA. He's the one that wants you here.
Okay.
You understand? So that's why we're dealing with it, not because we just want to. He asked us to. So when I tell you that you are breaking law because you're not leaving like they want you to, I'm an extension of what he's telling you.
Okay.
Under Florida State Statute, under 810, under trespassing, once you're told to leave, I technically don't have to do anything else. You're in violation of the law at
But
that
there
point.
has to be a valid reason.
What's that? No, there doesn't. Let me ask you this.
doesn't
If you
have to
go
be a
into a
valid
restaurant, other than them discriminating against race, right, or some of those things, they don't have to serve anyone. They can refuse anybody's service. And if they ask you to leave just because they don't want you in there, they can do that as long as they're not doing it because of your color, right?
Yeah, or religion.
Or religion.
If
this has nothing to do with religion. This has to do with...
Yes, it does. This is freedom of speech, religion, freedom of religion.
Listen,
The abortion lady out there.
Freedom of religion.
the abortion lady's right out there at the thing. Nobody's bothering her. She's right at that gate out there.
Well, we're out here to preach the gospel.
Then they're saying, preach it right there. Just not on their property.
Well, I'll wait till the sergeant comes back.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just explaining to you the process. You wanted to know. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I see what you're
So
saying.
you're saying that we're being wishy-washy. No, we're not being wishy-washy. We're just telling you that this is the process, and at the end, it will result in an arrest if they choose to trespass you and you don't leave.
Okay.
But right now, they've told us they don't want you here, so we're acting upon that.
Well, what's the delay? Why is it taking so long? I mean, to me, it seems like there's some sort of legal thing where you guys are questioning.
If this was me and you, this would have been done already. Make sense? Because you're asking a question, I'm giving you a direct answer.
I don't know what
And I think you would have made your decision.
Are you a
You'd be out there-
supervisor?
No, here
No.
comes the supervisor.
Sarge is.
What's up, sir?
We're waiting on the Tampa Sports Authority to come back. They're going to make a decision, okay? It's ultimately their decision. If they choose to ask you guys to leave and you guys choose not to leave, then we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Obviously, that would be being trespassed off the property, but you already understand that, okay? If they don't want you on their property, they're going to ask you to leave the property, and of course, then from there we'll address that. But hopefully that you understand what trespassing
I understand
is.
it.
Okay, I just want to, Israel, I just want to make sure you understand. We're going to let the Sports Authority make that determination, okay? And nobody wants to put you in jail. Okay, they're going to make the determination whether or not they want you trespassed off the property, and then from there we'll go. Okay.
Okay.
So it's
Sounds
completely
good.
their decision.
Okay, but it still falls on you.
No, sir.
Sir,
if they want you trespassed, then that's where we're going to go with that. Okay.
Okay, but I'm just saying as
Sir,
an officer,
I understand. You're not understanding me, Israel.
Yeah.
Okay. It's very cut and dry. Okay. If you're trespassing and you're trespassed from the property, refusing to leave the property by the state of Florida states that I must make an arrest for trespass after warning. Okay. I'm not going to trespass you from the property.
Okay.
They're going to make that determination if they want that done. If they choose to go that route, okay, then if you choose not to leave the property, you understand that we have to make an arrest by the state of Florida, and the Florida state statutes would state that we need to do that. You've been lawfully asked to remove yourself from the property, and you have made a conscious, informed decision not to do so. Therefore, we have to respond with making the physical arrest, which we don't want to do. We just want you to go out here where you can make an impact and say your piece, because obviously, understand, if you were to get arrested, okay, and say, oh, you guys all get arrested, just for hypothetical, okay?
Okay.
So let's say that happened. You guys would no longer be able to make the impact today and tomorrow that you're looking forward to making. Okay? Because what would happen is you guys would come with us, we do a bunch of paperwork, you guys wind up down at Orient Road, okay, you spend some time in the jail, then you bond out, you come out, okay, the stuff that you were using may or may not be taken as for evidentiary purposes, that I don't know at this point in time, but you understand you wouldn't be able to further get your point across that you're intending to do and that you should be doing. Okay. So that's a choice that you would have to make. Is being, do you want to lose the ability to make the impact, and then see where it plays out later on, as far as that goes? And I understand what you're saying about the Tampa Sports Authority and being the type of agency it is and all that.
Are they public or private, sir? We're getting two different stories. The other
but you're on. It's a little more confusing. I understand there have been plenty of people over the years that have been trespassed off of Tampa Sports Authority property. Okay? Now, why you're trespassed, that's an entirely civil matter between you and the Tampa Sports Authority. But the end result is you are being trespassed. People have been trespassed from various facilities of all kinds. Okay, I was in court earlier this year or late last year in reference to a guy who was trespassed off of their properties. Okay, he chose to come back. He was arrested. The judge found him guilty. Okay,
I understand.
So I just want you to understand when we talk about the Tampa Sports Authority and that which you're being trespassed for, that's going to be a whole nother issue between you and the Sports Authority that doesn't involve the Tampa Police Department. But if they choose to have you trespassed, which is up to them. The reason for the trespass is between you and them. Okay? If we have to, you following me so far?
Yeah, I just want to let you know, Sergeant, it's not going to come to that. I'm not going to, if you tell me, you know, look, we're trespassing you got to go. I'll go out there. I just want clarity. I
understand that.
And if you come back and tell me, look, legally they want you to leave and we're going to trespass you now. Okay. Then at that point I'll say, oh, I'm all for it.
Okay. So we don't want to take you to jail.
Yeah.
Okay. We can agree on that.
At that point in time, we're going to get issued citations for trespassing, or what do you mean by that?
Yeah, it depends. I mean, if you take it all the way, if you guys take this all the way to the point where they go, you guys need to leave, okay, or they get over here and they say you guys need to leave, they may ask us to issue year-long trespass warnings, which would keep you off the property, all of the Tampa Sports Authority property, which is, and they run the arena. You know, they have partially running of the arena. You know, they got all those golf courses here. I think they got some runnings of Steinbrenner Field, and the parking that's over here. So they have a lot. You know, they reach out a long ways. But if they ask you to be trespassed from all Tampa Sports Authority properties for the time of 1 year, that means you can't come to football games. You can't go to a USF game. You can't go to a concert. You can't go to any event at the arena, a concert, anything. You know, there might be, I don't know, whatever comes to the arena. I mean, the arena has
the only reason we come into the arena is to do what we're doing today. So.
Well, how about
even if the arena, I mean, have you been out there?
Any reason we would come out to any of these events.
But where does that one gentleman stand at the arena? He's out there every event. He was out there last night. The older guy with the sign, you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, the easy believer.
We don't know everybody.
Okay. No, but you know who I'm talking about, right? He's everywhere.
Vaguely.
He's in Ybor, and you know what?
Larry?
I don't know his name.
No,
I just know he's in every event.
He preaches easy beliefism.
And you know where he stands? The arena's here. He stands right across the street.
Well,
and that's all we're saying. You come to the arena. You stand right next to him. It's okay. Of course, they're just not, again, they're not going to let you up under their property. So all they're saying is, Himes and MLK, we're okay with it. You know, we're fine. You go out Himes and MLK right down here on the corner, nobody's going to bother you. You want to go over here by the entrance, nobody's going to bother you unless you stop people from coming in. You understand?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. I guess the answer to that question depends on, are you going to take it to that very last second where the guy goes, I want trespass warnings issued, and that would change it. Other than that, we're just saying, hey, if you kindly go out there, we would greatly appreciate it. But if you want to see where it goes from there, I don't know. But you do understand, if it gets to the point where they go, hey, they're trespassing, now it starts to become a little bit stickier, and I lose my ability to and my discretion if we get to that point of those issues. And I don't want to do that. And I know you don't want that. You've already told me that's not what you want.
No, I don't want that. But I think what we're going to do for now is we're going to preach.
Okay.
And then when you come back and give me the answer at that point, then we'll go from there.
All right,
and we're going to completely cooperate with
Sounds fair enough.
Okay,
I appreciate
thank you.
it. All right, Morgan. All right, guys.
All right, well, let's preach. I'll start out.
Just start out?
The only thing is once he comes back, then I'm going to have to stop.
Maybe I can preach.
Yeah, go ahead.
Please have your IDs out when you get up to the front. Praise the Lord. Jesus Christ is the King of Kings, and He's the Lord of Lords. And He's seated on His throne in heaven above, and He sees all that goes on to and fro upon this earth. So we're here today out of love from our hearts to speak the truth in love, to let you know about the benevolent love of God, which is offered to you today.
Does Adam have all the
That he sent his very own son to die on the cross for you, to shed his blood for you. And if you turn from your wicked ways and you repent from your sin, God will forgive you if you truly repent. But you must turn from all your sin. You must turn from all your wickedness. Now is the time of salvation. Today is the day of salvation. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. The only guarantee you have is what's in front of you today.
When you get up to the front.
You have no guarantee that you'll even live another minute. So that's why now is the time of salvation. This is a very serious matter. This has to do with your eternal soul. Your very soul is what's at stake. God is not willing that any should perish. He wants all to enter into eternal life, but it must be on His holy, righteous standards, not on your own standards. And let me tell you something right now, that God is angry with the wicked every day. And God hates all workers of iniquity.
All they're asking, okay, they won't trespass in exchange for a little bit of an agreement, so to speak, is if these lines and the walkway back up, you guys just don't interfere with the people that are helping.
Okay,
that's all we're at.
We're probably gonna stay right here, and then if these lines back up, we're gonna
just readjust.
Back.
That's all they're asking. Please don't interfere with their business.
We're not. We're just gonna be right here.
I think that's fair.
Yeah, I think it's fair, and I appreciate it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys are fine.
Good. We're not here to fight nobody, or we're just preaching.
So that was it. That was the agreement.
Okay, great. I appreciate it.
And understand they extended that to you guys on the fact that the agreement that you guys won't interfere with their businesses.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
We have I'm with the Eternal Evangelism. We actually have sent out a letter to the city letting them know we're going to be at various events in Tampa. So they're with a different team, but I mean it's the same process. Right.
But you understand where certain rules are going to apply. Private property, okay, or semi-private. I mean, we like a Publix, for example, public parking lot, a Walmart parking lot. It's kind of semi-private. You know, it's owned, but it's open to the public. But you understand.
Yeah.
Right now, it didn't come to that. You guys are free to do that. I'll get out of your way and let you guys do what you got to do. And all they said is, please just don't interfere with their business.
Well, thank you, officer.
All right.
I really appreciate your help.
Your ID's out when you get up to the front.
Be careful with the weather.
We're here today to tell you the good